don't have my phone. I was going to be a professional. Put it in the other room.
Fucked in my ass.
They fucked my ass.
I don't have my phone either.
And my favorite show is Boy Meets World. And I won a trip to go all the way to the set. And Mr. Feeney fucked me in my ass.
Oh, you must
never told
be
him.
a big fan.
That's a cute little hat you're wearing there, Mr. Shapiro. What do you call it?
It's called a yarmulke.
It's called a yarmulke, is it? Why don't you come into my trailer and you can tell me more about the yarmulke?
Oh, boy. That sounds great.
I get to meet Mr. Feeney. Mr. Feeney, I'm a big fan of your feet.
He's already getting hard as he's walking into the trailer.
I don't understand what's happening to my body.
Why is my penis getting hard?
Now, I hope you don't mind if I pull down your suit. I unbutton the suit you wore here for some reason.
Put down your briefcase.
You won the Meet Mr. Feeney contest, and so you wore a suit and a yarmulke.
You wore a suit and a yarmulke and brought a roller backpack for some reason.
You have a briefcase with wheels on it.
Like you're at an airport.
It doesn't make any sense. It's like somebody said, you know what's gay? A briefcase. How can we make it a little bit gayer?
How can we make a briefcase gayer, Mr. Shapiro?
Mr. Shapiro.
Yeah, and then he held me down and he fucked me in the ass.
And he held me down and he fucked me in my mouth. and then I became obsessed with Judeo-Christian values.
Very good, Mr. Shapiro.
Yeah. Just like that, Mr. Shapiro.
Oh, you're the best I've ever had.
Getting skull fucked by Mr. Feeney.
That's how you do it, Mr. Shapiro.
His head hanging back off, like upside down off a bed.
Roll that neck back for me. It's all in the neck, Mr. Shapiro.
Give it to me upside down, Spider-Man style, Mr. Shapiro.
Very good.
Very good, Mr. Shapiro. Oh.
And then he spit on my balls. And he put my balls in his ass. Real quick.
One more thing, Mr. Shapiro.
There's one thing I'd like to do before you leave. It would be a shame to waste such a trip. You won the contest. I'm going to put your little baby balls in my ass. And I remember it hurting.
It hurt. Even though my balls were small. That's
Getting fucked in my ass wasn't as painful as having my nuts squeezed into Mr. Feeney's ass, which he somehow was able to flex and crush my nuts.
And that's why I talk like that. That's
why. And I was never able to hit complete puberty.
I'm not a castrato.
Because my nuts were crushed in Mr. Feeney's ass.
I talk like this because Mr. Feeney crushed my nuts when I was 11.
After winning a contest, it wasn't a contest. I would just write in to correct the things on the show. They called me the tidbit boy in the writers' room.
The logical fallacy.
Because I would pay attention to what homework was assigned in the show to Corey, and then do the fictional homework myself and send it in to be graded by the writers for extra credit, and demanded that they write to my teacher at Jewish School of Judaism in Israel.
The Golda Meir Jewish School
the
for
Beth Israel School of Jewish Israel School, which receives $50 million a year from the public school system.
Redirected from the public
school system so that black kids can have lunch. so that we can have extra computers.
Anyway, that's why I talk like this.
The School for Extraordinary Jewish Boys.
There are two types of logic.
It's Yom Kippur.
There's Yom Kippur logic, and then I didn't have anything for that. I was trying where I wanted to end up is Ben Shapiro making a declarative statement about what Mr. Feeney's penis tastes like, and then defending it by saying you can make a reasonable assumption as to what Mr. Feeney's penis tastes like without actually having to have sucked Mr. Feeney's penis. It doesn't prove anything just because I went into a fugue state and described Mr. Feeney's penis in detail.
The fact that I knew that it tasted like enoki mushrooms.
Using Judeo-Christian logic, it is entirely possible to create an argument through reason to describe exactly what Mr. Feeney's penis tastes, looks, and smells like.
You didn't even have any first-hand experience.
I brought on a toddler to debate me about it.
You're gay.
Yeah. You suck, Mr. Feeney's
I'm
penis.
not.
This interview is over. Maybe if you actually read my book, you would know that he just made me put my balls in his ass.
You said you got skull fucked by him.
That part was retracted in a later edition of the book.
Miss me with that gay shit.
That was an editorial error, which any author is afforded at least 15 mistakes.
It was an editorial error that I put in 3 whole chapters.
Four and a
getting
half
fucked in the
chapters
mouth.
describing getting fucked in the mouth by Mr. Feeney and describing his penis in detail was what is commonly known as a typo. Maybe you've heard of it. If not, I'd be happy to direct you to the Wikipedia page for typos. Ben Shapiro destroys baby that says he got raped by Mr. Feeney. You got raped by Mr. Feeney. It's not rape if it was consensual, and it didn't even happen.
Mr. Feeney fucked your ass.
I put my balls in his ass, which is a Judeo-Christian tradition. It's a Judeo-Christian. It's a tradition. Judeo-Christian.
It sounds like he turned out your boy pussy.
I thought I was going to meet Topanga.
Little did I know, I was going to get my balls put into Mr. Feeney's ass.
I was planning. I was 17 years old. I was a young boy. And I wrote into the show.
A newborn 17-year-old.
I was fantasizing. I used to fantasize about holding hands with Topanga. And what that would result in is the slightest amount of blood, an appropriate amount of blood, entering my penis, which is not an erection, so it's not a sin. I knew that I was never going to have an erection until I got married.
Are Jews not allowed to have premarital sex?
I guess not.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, who cares?
But instead of meeting Topanga, my balls were crushed
by Mr. Feeney.
in the principal's ass.
Abnormally strong asshole.
Yeah.
Much like Sandy Koufax, Mr. Feeney used to be an asshole pitcher.
It's just
Very good, Mr. Shapiro.
Just another bomb in the world. He's just a bomb in the world. Just another bomb in the world.
Yeah, this is kind of what we had to do. This is kind of the agreement we had to strike up with Mr. Feeney. The only way we could get him to not rape the kids on the cast is to bring him a fresh boy every week.
Yeah.
With his balls in his ass.
I have 2 demands on the show. Obviously, no one's watching this if it weren't for me.
I'm the star, baby.
Is that the feet guy from The Graduate? Is that hot dad
That
from
guy with the sexy feet from The Graduate?
There's not a single other movie I can think that he was in.
Or even TV show?
Yeah.
Boston Brahmin accent.
Yeah. That's literally the only other reference I have for that actor.
I don't... Yeah, I think he was in something when he was old. But
Something Daniels, what's his name?
I don't know.
I remember there was an actor strike, and he was the head of SAG. He was like, "We are actors." He gave like a powerful speech.
I bet he's been in a ton of shit.
He's
when
been
he
in
was
a
young.
million things.
Yeah.
Isn't he in The Odd Couple?
I don't
He's
fucking
in
know.
shit.
He's like the neighbor or something.
He's great. He's a great actor. Too bad he's a pedophile.
Yeah.
Too bad he consensually had sex with Ben Shapiro.
17-year-old Ben Shapiro probably looked 9 at the time.
Yeah.
My 2 demands.
My balls hurt. I would like it if you remove my balls from your ass.
At least kiss me if you're gonna fuck me.
I brought my own non-disclosure agreement that I will sign. As part of my homework, I like drafting contracts. This week I did a non-disclosure agreement, coincidentally, about my own rape. Call it serendipitous, but I already written up in detail how Mr. Feeney would put my balls in his ass, and I am to not tell anybody about it.
See, you were asking for it, baby.
No, it's just the universe coming together. It's the stars aligning in beautiful symphony.
Me getting raped by Mr. Feeney.
I've written I was considered a legal wunderkind. By age 11, I had written every contract ever. And there was only one left. One that demanded an 11-year-old boy never tells anyone that Mr. Feeney made him put his balls in his ass.
The final contract.
And I wrote it up.
No one had ever cracked it.
And I was on my way to take it to the framing store to get it. I was going to put it up in my office. It was the last contract I ever wrote. Right next to the first dollar I ever had sex with. And I stopped by the set of Boy Meets World because I had won the homework doing contest. Mr. Feeney found my contract.
Read it over.
And then he made me...
My, this is quite the contract, Mr. Shapiro.
Mr. Shapiro. I already found the contract. I signed it. You did too. Now, by law, you have to let me squeeze your balls with my ass cheeks.
It's here in plain black and white English.
Just in a
Mr.
fucking
Shapiro.
cardigan with his ass out.
That's not how NDAs work. Imagine trying to do that, just being like Harvey Weinstein and just going up to an actress with an NDA that says, I will not tell anyone Harvey Weinstein raped me. And then he's like, could you just sign this? Or she's like, but you didn't rape me. He's like, I know. And then she's like, all right. She signs it.
It's for when I rape you.
And then he's like, but no, I mean, it says
gotcha.
Now I have to rape you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the NDA is
Otherwise, you're
invalid.
going to jail.
Then she's like, can I check with my lawyer? And he's like,
it's illegal.
you can't. No, that's
You
what
signed
NDA means. You're not allowed to tell anyone. Now this contract is invalid unless I rape you. I don't want to do it. You're the one that signed it.
Then you'll be in breach of contract.
They call that a catch-22, Mr. Shapiro.
Mr. Shapiro, did you read the fine print?
Of course I read the fine print. I only read fine print. I'm planning on growing up to be a disclaimer guy. My plan is to become a disclaimer guy. So I love reading nothing but fine print and contracts. That's how I got in this mess. You're probably wondering how I got in this mess.
Yep, that's me.
Yep,
Just
that's
freeze
me.
frame getting his balls squeezed
Yeah.
by Mr. Finney pinching his nipples with the kid's balls in his ass.
That's me. You're probably wondering how I got my balls squeezed by Mr. Finney.
Yes.
Ever since I was a young boy, I just wanted to be a disclaimer guy.
Ever since I was a young kid, I wanted to get my balls squeezed by Mr. Feeney.
Knock, knock. Oh, I'm here to see my good friend, Mr. Feeney.
Oh, no. And Mr. Feeney.
Oh, what do we have here? A visitor? Oh, somebody sent to the principal's office.
Have you been a bad boy, Mr.
Someone's been a bad boy.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't do any of this gay shit. Paid attention to the character. It's mostly horny for Glenn Close.
A man-looking woman.
You boys keep having fun. I'm going to go drop by Topanga's dressing room. Oh, fuck.